Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Today we are going to be taking a look at your guys' chart requests over here inside the Discord. So if you guys have chart requests throughout the week, we open this thread over here in the chart request thread. And all you got to do is drop your chart requests when they open. We have been off for about a week and a half, just kind of enjoying the holidays, enjoying family. Today is December 31st, the last day of 2025, going into the new year 2026. So having an outlook now going into the new year, a plan going into the new year is a great thing. We are looking at assets over a 1 to 6 month time frame here, guys. We are not day traders. We are looking for those swing trades. I just dropped a updated version of our strategy over here inside of the trading course. This is what we're going to be attacking here in 2026. So if you guys haven't watched this trading course and want to learn more about our strategy, you guys can do that right over here inside of the Discord. I just dropped this yesterday, so that is brand new, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about 2026. I think it's going to be a big year for all of us. And if we can get this video here that you're watching to 300 likes, I will give away 100 XRP down to somebody in the comment section down below. So smash the like, drop a comment if you guys are enjoying. I read every single comment on YouTube here and pretty much every social media platform. So if you guys have questions, if you guys have things, drop it down there. I'm happy to answer them. Again, 300 likes on this video, and we will be doing a 100 XRP giveaway. Let's go ahead and dive right into these chart requests. The first one was from Dustin on Novax. One thing I want to point out before we jump into Novax is Ethereum's chart. These green dots are holding very strong here. We got the first one there in December at around 3,100. We're ranging right now, right? We're going sideways. I actually really like this action. You can see we did this back here in September, October before we had a big move up. We're just going sideways. I tell you guys all the time, markets move in three directions. Okay, there's 3 directions that markets move. One of them is sideways, one of them is up, and one of them is down. So there's only 3 ways a market moves, right? Sideways, up, and down. So ideally, we want to buy after a big pullback, and then when we get some sideways consolidation. If you're looking at this chart right now, we have had this kind of a dip on Ethereum here. From $5,000 all the way down here, we hit 2,600. So that was a 50% drop. Okay, a 50% drop looks like that. That's capitulation, right? 50%. There was people buying up here at 5,000 because, again, people can't sell unless people are buying, right? So people were buying up here at 5,000, and that's why there's so much despair and there's so much fear in the market. We were buying Ethereum back here in April, guys, when everyone was panicking at $1,500, $1,600. People were laughing at us. Okay, if you're familiar with our strategy, what we're looking for on a weekly chart is a green dot when this blue wave is down below the white line. When we get that, that is when we want to take action. Okay, you saw that green dot right there in April. Again, that came at $1,500 on Ethereum. The majority of people weren't talking about Ethereum until it was all the way up here at 5,000, and by that time, it was too late. Okay, so I like this pullback on ETH. I like these signals down here. I am very bullish on altcoins going into 2026. It is my favorite asset class going into 2026 just because of how big of a pullback we've had. Again, the majority of people want to pile in when we're going up. I want to pile in when everyone's in despair, when everyone's mad, and we can use our technical indicators, right? I tell you guys all the time, the weekly chart, okay, this blue wave here is a great fear and greed index. People are very greedy up here, and they're very fearful down here. So we want to buy the fear, right? We want to buy down here. If you look at this chart, every time this wave comes down here and gives you a green dot, it's a great time to buy, great time to buy, great time to buy, great time to buy, great time to buy. Okay, not a great time to buy, not a great time to buy, not a great time to buy, not a great time to buy. Okay, so we're using data, folks. Everything we do here is based on the 3 things: logic, data, and discipline. We're not here to shill. We're not here to just say random things that Ethereum's going to 50,000 by the end of the year. We're just not doing that here. We're going off the data. We are buying the green dot when this wave is down here below this white line, and we want to sell the red dot on the weekly here when it is above this white line. If you guys missed yesterday's video, I just dropped a new course talking about, or a new video talking about the weekly chart. I am implementing the weekly chart into our strategy along with the monthly chart. Again, that video is right over there. So let's go ahead and get started here with your guys' chart requests. I'll be answering these all throughout the week, so make sure you drop them over here inside the Discord when that opens. We got Dustin for Novax. And I hope everyone's having a great holiday. Happy New Year to everybody. Let's make 2026 just a killer one, right? I think 2026 is going to be a big year for the Spartans. Really excited to see what happens in the coming year, and I think we're on the right track here. I think a lot of these names are sitting at really good places to be buying. Again, these signals don't come every day, right? This is December. The last time we got a green dot with the wave all the way down here was all the way back in April. So if you think about that, right, it's been 8 months, right? It's been 7-8 months since we've gotten another signal like this on Ethereum. So while everyone's scared, while everyone's panicking, while everyone's crying and saying we're doomed, right, we should be loading our bags. We should be holding and buying more, finding ways to buy more, accumulate more. We want to buy down here and we want to sell up here, okay? Selling here, buying here, selling here, buying here. Markets move in waves. They don't go straight up. They don't go straight down. Everything always corrects. Okay, so let's look at Novax here from Dustin in the Discord. Again, drop those chart requests over there inside the Discord if you guys want them answered. So Novax has been pretty sideways here for the last couple of I would say years. It hasn't been really moving. It does have the green dot on the weekly, so we would be buying that one here at around $6. The monthly chart is still red. I think there's some better healthcare names to buy than Novax right now. The healthcare industry it really worries me right now. I think there has been a lot of fraud over the years in healthcare, and you're seeing some of that get played out in social media. You're seeing all these daycare centers and all this stuff where taxpayer money's been going toward, and it's all been for fraud. So I'm a little hesitant to buy healthcare stocks right now just because of all the sentiment. But if you believe in Novax, if you think it's a good company, I think it's a good time to be buying down there at 6. The next one was BBAI from HMFNN. So this one's coming down, right? Red dot on the weekly. Our take profit signal was back here in July at around 8. It pulled back to 5. You got a signal there, but ideally we should have only been buying back here in 2024 at around $1. Okay, this thing went all the way up to 10. That was a 10x trade if you enter down here. Again, this weekly chart is going to be what we reference a lot here in 2026. Okay, we want to buy when the blue wave is below that white line. It doesn't happen very often, right? It doesn't happen very often. We shouldn't be trading every day. We should be sniping our trades, right? This was a snipe back here in 2024. BBAI was at $1.30. It went all the way up here to around $10. So that thing's coming down. I would just wait for that green dot to come back on the chart to take action on BBAI. We got QMCO, Quantum. So this one's getting close down there to the white line. So that's a good thing. You got one back here in August at around 5. It's sitting at $6 right now. So I think this one looks pretty decent. I don't know anything about the company. They make $62 million, looks like a quarter. It's still a pretty small company, but it's a quantum computing play. Quantum computing had a big run up in the past, but this one looks good. It's almost down there. Let's look at the monthly here. So yeah, they had a stock split. So yeah, it looks decent at 6. I'd wait for the green dot there on the weekly if you want to take action. We got Turbo, Turbo. Turbo is just getting nailed here. It's got a green dot though, so if you believe in the project, I would buy Turbo here, and I would use a stop loss right there at 0.001. Turbo, I believe, is built on the SUI network. They are a liquidity provider like Cedus. I personally have a very large position on Cedus. Cedus is a liquidity provider on the SUI network. So if you're bullish if you are bullish on the SUI network, Cedus is a really good play here, in my opinion. I really like Cedus. I'm trying to find is it on OKT? Yeah, this is the one. So you can see Cedus is down here at 2023 lows. This is one of my largest positions. I don't know why it's not in my green list here. It must have got removed somehow. But I have a very large position on Cedus. Is that in my Overkill? Yeah, it is. See, I'm holding it right there. Let me actually do this real quick. And there's going to be a lot of things in store for 2026, guys. I'm really excited about the channel. I'm launching some other really cool stuff. So there's big things happening in 2026. So if you like the SUI network, I personally would prefer Cedus over Turbo just because I think there's more utility there. But it does have the signal here. I would just recommend using a stop loss at this low from back there in 2025 at around 0.012. But it doesn't look too hot. It needs to bounce right here. If this low breaks, I would definitely be out of that trade. I really like the Cedus play over Turbo. They do the same thing, but Cedus is just a bigger project. Again, look at that. The low was right there in 2023. We're literally sitting at the 2-3 year low right now on Cedus. So I have a very large position on Cedus. It's one of my largest holdings. I'd take Cedus over Turbo. HELE on the weekly. This one had the signal go off right there at 16. It's sitting at 21 right now. I don't know if you're talking about a stock or a crypto, but the monthly looks good. This thing was all the way up here at 250. Don't know why it sold off all the way down there to 20. Hopefully you know why. and it's not detrimental, but it does look good here with the monthly signal. So the monthly signal is another signal that we trade here. Again, I know nothing about this company, so you should hopefully believe in what you're buying. They make about $431 million a quarter here, and I like it as long as it holds on to 17. I would buy it here with a stop loss at 17, but that's pretty ugly, pretty beaten up there. So it's back down here at the 2009 low. 2009 low. Let's look this up. Let's see what this is. That's the lowest price in 14 years. So if you're asking me if it's a good time to buy, it's the lowest price in 14 years, which is insane. So HELE, assuming you're talking about the stock here, it looks like they are a household and personal products company. So they are into designing, developing, and marketing a wide array of well-known brand name products. Primarily, it operates in 3 segments: housewares, healthcare, and home environment, and beauty. So it looks like they sell household goods. They're a $489 million company. You guys have access to this research tool over here, by the way. If you ever want to look up a stock or a crypto and see what it does, you just type in /info, hit enter, and then you type in the ticker. So if I typed in BTC for Bitcoin here, Bitcoin, okay, and then it would pull up everything about the asset, the stock or the crypto that works on any tradable asset over there, over on the research tool. But if you believe in this company, I would be a buyer here, but hopefully you believe in it. I mean, I don't know why it dropped 90% from the top. So just be mindful. Be mindful that it's stuck in a macro downtrend. Let's take a look at Ondo. ONDO. These cryptos are so beaten up, dude. It's crazy. These prices are a gift. See, we're getting green dots down here as well. I'd be a buyer here at 36 cents. And again, these buys, guys, are not day trades. These are like 1 to 6 month swings, right? We go back to that Ethereum. We talked about the green dot here in April. Okay, how long did it take to get to the top? Okay, it took from April all the way to August. That was not an overnight thing. That took 5 months to go from here to here. So we think of ourselves as farmers here. Okay, there's a season to plant and a season to harvest. So when this wave is down here giving us green dots, we should be putting our seeds in the ground, right? We should be planting our seeds because it is planting season. And then when they grow, that's when we harvest them. Okay, this is where we're harvesting. So as long as we're buying good quality assets, okay, we should have nothing to worry about. We just need to have patience and let the move play out. Because, again, markets move in waves. They don't move straight up. They don't go up forever. They don't go down forever. They eventually bottom and they eventually top. And we're just trying to take advantage of the volatility. We want to buy down here and sell up here. Okay, so I'd be a buyer of Ondo at 36. That thing could probably go down. It could probably come all the way down here to 20 cents if it wants to. Okay, 20 cents is where we bottom back here in 2024, but it does have our signals. You could see that RSI, that purple line, that is changing to green. That just means the asset is very oversold. That means the RSI is below 30, which is typically where you want to buy. Okay, I mean, this is just despair. Like we were talking about at the beginning on that cheat sheet. Okay, this is down here. We're in despair. Why? Because we've gone down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 weeks in a row red. 16 weeks. That's 3 months. Okay, the last time that happened was like right here. We had a little jump. Okay, again, this doesn't happen very often. It's never happened on Ondo. This thing has never gone down 16 weeks in a row. I think this was like 14 weeks, 16 weeks of red. So where are people at in their emotions? Right now they've had enough, right? They're tired of it. They're wanting to quit. They're wanting to go do something else. But like I said before, eventually we're going to bottom and eventually we're going to bounce. And when we do, I think the bounce is going to be epic and very, very fast. And it's going to shock people. And then again, once we get back up here to $1 to $2, everyone's going to be excited again and buying. But right now, we want to buy when sentiment is in the gutter. Warren Buffett says it best. Buy when there's blood in the streets. If you go to coinmarketcap.com, we use this as a fear and greed index. So they have the fear and greed index here. A good general rule is to only buy when we are in fear. Okay. Typically, I follow a guy on TikTok that said he only likes to buy when this is below 30. I like that. I like the below 30 strategy. I actually like it a lot. It's at 32 right now, so you're sitting kind of right on the line. But, I mean, we hit an all-time low on the fear and greed index back in November. And we've been loading our bags since September, November. Got to sneeze. Hold on. Yeah, buddy. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, Ondo sucks right now, but again, you want to buy when things suck. Okay. One of my life coaches says success sucks. Okay. If you want to be successful in the markets, you want to buy when everybody else is selling, when everybody else is tired, when everybody else is down. That's just the way it goes, guys. I don't make the rules. Okay. The best time to buy, you go listen to any major investor, any successful investor, Warren Buffett, any of them. They say when times are hard, when things are down, when everybody's not having a good time, when things are bad, right? They're not glamorous and prosperous, and there ain't people saying XRP's going to 10,000 by the end of the year, and right, we call that delusion. Okay, we want to buy when no one's having a good time, when it sucks. Okay, when things suck is when you should double down and go all in. If you listen to any investor, they will tell you that when that happened in the past, okay, because I mean, drops like this have happened multiple times, guys. This isn't the first time crypto's gone down for a while. Look at this. It went down back here in 2024. It hit $1.50, pulled all the way back to 50 cents. That was a 70% drop. And then we went sideways, and then we went back up. So Ondo right now from the highs here, this one didn't really take off. It's currently down 69%. So if you come back here to 2024, okay, and you go from the top all the way down, how big was the drop? 64%. So this one right here from $2, this one here down was a 71% drop. So 71%, 71%, 65%. Once you get to that 60, 70% marker is when you want to start loading up. And we're getting signals here from Ondo. And I told you guys, I'm extremely bullish on altcoins going into 2026. That doesn't mean they're going to be back at all-time highs tomorrow or next week. I'm thinking down the road. I'm thinking sometime between April and June, okay? All of our trades here, if you guys come read the trading rules and look at the course, are based on three things: logic, data, and discipline. We are swing traders that focus on a monthly and a weekly chart, meaning, okay, 1 to 6 months out on all investments. So if the indicator's saying, hey, let's buy it now, that means buy it for the prices in 1 to 6 months. That doesn't mean buy it for tomorrow's price or next week's price or the week after that. We got to be willing to hold for 1 to 6 months, a minimum of 6 months, okay? And if you believe in the project, you shouldn't be mad if it goes down. You should be happy in buying more. So Ondo, I'm still a buyer down here. I really like it. It's very beaten up, very oversold. I think anyone buying right now is going to be very happy in the next 1 to 6 months. And again, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I just use the charts. I just look at the data. I just share the information. It's on you guys to do your own due diligence and invest your own money. It's not up to me to invest for you. I'm just here to share information, and I'm also here to gather information. Okay, this channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us working together to conquer the markets. Okay, nothing gets by us. We got 22,000 people over in the Discord. So, yeah, I mean, we're a unit, we're a team. We win together, we lose together. That's just how we do it, okay? Again, by no means am I a licensed professional. I am just a guy on YouTube that likes to look at charts, and I've been doing this for almost 10 years. So, again, read the disclaimer, do your own research, but again, the data doesn't lie. The charts don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but the charts don't. GRG from Ondo. What's going on, my brother? Looks like some kind of stock. I mean, you got the signal back there at 150. It's sitting at 1,600. Looks like we have some support here. I like this one as long as it holds on to 1,500. I'd use a stop loss at 1,500 if you're playing that signal there. We got Wizz, W-I-Z-Z. That one looks like it's bouncing right there off of 900. I'd use the stop loss right there. Call it 950 on the stop loss if you're playing it. Not my favorite trade. You should have bought right here at around 1,000. It's already up 20%. From that point. So again, when the wave's up here, I'm not interested. When the wave's down here is when I'm interested. That was your buying opportunity. If you can get it close to 1,000, that'd be good. Support right now is about 965. So you could look for a pullback maybe on the daily. Maybe look for a green dot on the daily, like a pullback maybe closer to 1,000 if you want to take a stab at it. Or the 4 hour as well. I would just make sure 950 is your stop loss there. We got DJT. They had some news today, had a little pop. We did get the green dot back here at 10. We called that out, had a big 60, 70% move in one day. off that signal, and now it's pulling back here. It needs to hold on to 13. They had some news that they're going to airdrop some crypto to people who hold this stock. I'm still holding options, but I sold about 75% of my position up here at 17 because I was buying down here at 10. We started buying at 16 and then averaged down to 10. Sold what we bought down here at 10, up here at 17, and now I couldn't tell you which direction this thing's going to go next. It is holding support. If you're in the trade, what I'd do is I'd use a stop loss at 12. If it breaks down below $12, I would sell it, but we do have a 4-hour alert there, and the daily is trying to curl here. So as long as $12 holds, I'm still bullish on DJT, but I would definitely set a stop loss somewhere around 12 bucks on that one. We got APT, another crypto that's just been whacked here. I mean, these things are just getting smoked. They're trying to flush you guys out. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're flushing everybody out. They're getting everybody out of the markets. They're messing with your emotions, and they're trying to force you to sell. I would not be selling any crypto right now unless you're going to reposition into something else. But what I can tell you about APT is it's back here at its low of 2022. So this is a 3-year low. You're currently buying it at the lowest price in 3 years, guys. 3 years, okay? So again, if someone's going to ask me, is it a good time to buy? Well, you're buying it at the lowest price in 3 years, okay? The lowest price in 3 years. So if you believe in the project, if you know what it is, if you want to own it for the long term, right now, in my opinion, it is a great time to be loading up on APT. You even got the signal there a couple weeks ago, and it's sitting right at the same price. So I'm very bullish on APT. I like that one. We got Prime. Prime, same thing. We're sitting at the lows. We did break below the low. I don't like this one as much as I like that APT trade because it broke down below its past support. So when a name loses its past support, that's normally not a good sign. But if you believe in this project, I would just make sure it holds on to, I'd probably put a stop loss at like 50, probably 50 cents. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, this thing's just getting absolutely annihilated. I'd have a stop loss at 50 cents. 50 cents breaks. This thing just looks like a rug pull to me. Again, everyone was excited about this up here at $28, $24. Now nobody's talking about it down here. I don't know if they have utility. I don't know what they're doing. But if you believe in the project, I mean, you're at an all-time low. So, again, if you're buying it now, you're buying it at the best price ever. But the question is it going to be around, right? Is it going to be a is it going to last, right? Because some of these alts are not going to last. Some of these alts were just rug pulls, kind of like this Sologenic one, right? Just got rugged all the way down to the bottom. So support on this is all the way down here at 7 cents. So if you want to add, I would just look for the next green dot if you believe in it. But I think there's better names to own, guys. I want to encourage you guys to buy good quality names. Like, don't buy names where their charts are just down and to the right. Unless you know something that I don't. I would rather be buying things like Chainlink, things like SUI, things like XCN, things like Pinlink, things like Plume. Okay, stuff like that. Stuff that has actual utility, and maybe Solo has utility that I don't know about, but like I said, it's given our signal here. So if you believe in it, now's a good time to buy it, but just make sure you know what you're buying and you're doing your fundamental research. We got RR. Richtech Robotics. This one's trying to bounce here at $3. So if it loses 3, it's coming down to 2. So how you could play Richtech Robotics, which is a pretty interesting. I had a position on it for a while. I thought we were going to break out here, but I got stopped out at 375. It came all the way back down here to 3. I was looking at the re-entry this morning at $3, but I just want to make sure it holds on to this $3 level. If you're going to play it, I mean, you could wait for that weekly signal. We did get one back here in November at 55 cents before that thing ran all the way up to $5. That was 1,000% move. We also had some signals down here, but the wave wasn't below the white line. That came right there at $1.74. I bought this thing around $2, and I think I sold it around, for the first trade, I think I sold it around 4 to 5 for like 150%. It ended up going to 7, but it's pulling back now. So I would just make sure this one holds 280 if you're playing it here. If you have a position on it, I'd put a stop loss at 280, but you can see the daily's really beaten up as well. So it's definitely trying to bounce here in this zone. If it goes down to like 280, I'd probably buy it. And then you could add here at 280, and then you could add again at 2, right? You don't want to go all in with your first trade because you want to have some gas in the tank just in case it does sell back off. But $3 is a very big level for it. Okay, $3 was the resistance right here, and the support right here. So that's a big level. It needs to hold on to 280. If 280 breaks, it's coming back down to 2. and then to potentially even one. So if I was in this trade, I would put a stop loss at 280. That's actually where I'm looking to buy it right now. I just want to see how this thing plays out. I might take a stab at it here on the next daily alert, which could come tomorrow or the next day. We'll call that thing out over here in the Discord under trade alerts. It is one I got my eye on. I'm just seeing what it does here at 3. So RR will be called out here if that thing prints green tomorrow. So that's a good one to keep your eye on. They got a partnership with NVIDIA. They're a robotics company, so they definitely have some credibility in the robotics sector, and it's still a penny stock, so still not a lot of people knowing about it. SMR, this is a nuclear energy company, and I'm liking this. So this one's going to go on the watch list here because it's where it's at, right down here below the zero line. What are we doing right here? April, boom, $14 all the way up to 50, 60 bucks. They're saying nuclear energy is going to be a really big thing. This company doesn't make very much money, so it is very, very new. Again, everyone was very excited about nuclear up here at 50. Now it's down at 14 and nobody's talking about it. So what we're doing on SMR, this is actually a good looking play in the nuclear energy sector. All we need is a green dot here on the weekly. We love how beat up it is. I mean, look how far down this thing is right now. I mean, this thing is down 74% from the top. There was people buying up here, guys. There was people buying up here, and the people buying up here are telling you now that you need to sell. You don't need to sell right now. We never sell when this wave is down here, okay? Every time this wave has come down here and given you a green dot, it's been a good time to buy. That one was in April, had a really nice bounce. We lost the EMA here, though, so I like how beat up it is now. I would love this thing at like 10 bucks. 10 bucks would be an awesome target. But what we're going to do is we're just going to be patient and wait for that weekly signal. If you guys are a member of the Discord, we call all these signals out over here inside of the Discord. So we are calling those out. SMR will be one that gets called out over here because it is one that is in our watch list. So if you believe in nuclear energy, this one should be on your watch list. I'm actually going to keep it on the red list just until we get the green dot. Just until we get the green dot on the weekly. So I do like SMR. Again, everyone was super jacked up about it at 50 bucks, but now nobody cares about it down here at 14. So I'm just going to let everybody bleed out of it. And then once we get our green dot, once we get that confirmation, that's when we can take a stab at it. So I'd be waiting for the weekly on that one. And then BE from Austin, Bloom Energy. Again, we want to buy when this wave is down here. We should have bought this one back in May at 16. We could have made 10x on that, okay, all the way up to 140. I wouldn't touch this one up here. I'd wait for this wave to pull back more. Sol, covered this on TikTok today. I like it. I like it a lot. Solana looks really good here. Looks really, really good here. Okay, green dot just like we got here. Again, blue wave below the white line. We like that. As long as this one can hold on to 115, it looks good. That's the low from that week right there on December 15th. You could see how we bottomed here last time. Again, wave below. These things don't happen. Again, this was 8 months ago. We got this same signal. Boom. It popped all the way up to 250. I really like Solana here as well. Solana and Ethereum both look really, really good. But if you want to put a stop loss on Solana, you can at 115. If 115 breaks, we'll most likely come back down here to the $80 level. So we really want to see 115 hold on for Solana. We got Ethereum. We talked about this at the beginning of the video. Again, I really like it. We got our signals. Those are what we're looking for. We're not listening to the noise or what Twitter's saying or what anybody's saying. I don't care what Donald Trump says. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, we're listening to the chart. We're listening to the data. Okay, the data tells us what to do. We don't need to listen to anybody else but the data. Okay, again, these signals do not come around every single day, folks. The last signal came in April. This was 7 or 8 months ago. If you guys were buying Ethereum here at 1,500 back in April, you guys made a ton of money. Okay, that's like a 250% move all the way to the top there. This was one of our best trades of the year. Okay, we were buying options down here between 1,500 and 2,000, and we cashed out somewhere around the top up here between 4,000 and 5,000. Okay, and now we've had a pullback. Now we're looking to get back in. And when are we getting back in? On these green dots, and you're seeing one here this week. So both Solana and Ethereum have our weekly signals. So with our strategy, we are fully bullish right now. The only thing that would counter this green dot is if it fades away, meaning it goes away this week, meaning we have a bigger drop down that could fade away from the chart, or we get a red dot. It only fades away, right? A candle, a dot is not confirmed until it closes, right? So when the candle closes and we get a new weekly candle, which happens every Sunday for crypto, right? That can't be taken away from the chart. It could pop up and it could fade away if price goes down, but Solana's looking really strong here at 115. I think this is a really easy play here. What I'm looking at for Solana is radium here. So you're seeing a ton of signals come in here, guys. Tons of signals coming in here. It's a new month, so we just got new candles in the stock market. We're going to get new crypto candles here as well at 3 p.m. today. So you guys are probably watching this video. Sorry, 4 p.m. Pacific time is when we're going to get new monthly candles. So just like the weekly, right, we get new monthly candles every single month. So Bitcoin's going to form a new candle, right? A new candle here at 4 p.m. Pacific time, and you will see those alerts popping off over here inside of the monthly alert section. So you can see all these stocks just confirmed their monthly red dots. So Riot, BABA, VVX, TSM, XPV, right? All these names are now red on their monthly chart. Okay, you can see Riot. We got a red monthly. So this is the danger zone here. We don't want to be buying Riot right now. Okay, Riot is coming back down. We want to wait till this wave recorrects all the way down here and gives us a green dot, and then we'll be able to jump on it. But as of right now, be cautious with these names here. APLD was another one everyone was really excited about. Again, everyone's excited up here. I told you guys, do not buy this thing up here, okay? And it's just chopping around right now, okay? We're long term. We're looking for the wave down here on the weekly, just like you got right there at 450. Boom, pop it up to 440. That was a 10x trade if you guys took this trade back here in April. So again, we just want to wait for the same signal, wait for this wave to come all the way back down here, give you a green dot, and then we'll act, okay? So those are all the monthly alerts. We also had a few confirm here on the weekly or on the monthly as well. So these ones are bullish, right? These are the ones we should be looking for names on, for buys on. You got COF, I believe that's Capital One, if I'm not mistaken, McDonald's, Airbnb. So we'll have to take a look at these. I'm going to scan these over. I do that every single day on Twitter and TikTok. By the way, guys, if you're not following me on X is becoming one of my favorite social media platforms to post content to, just because they have everything. It's not just video, it's everything. So if you guys are not following me on Twitter, I post on Twitter every single day with setups that I think are looking good going into the next 1 to 6 months. So we just got all these monthlies confirmed here on the monthly. So these are the names you should be looking to buy, right? Looking to take positions on. And these are the names you should be exiting, looking to sell, and then looking for pullbacks. So we're in an interesting time. We got a new year coming out. You got to think. Institutional investors, guys, the smart money, they're not thinking about day trading. They think about things over the years. So they're probably thinking to themselves, okay, where can I position my money right now where it's going to grow the most over the next year, right? So the new year is a great time to take inventory, right? We talked about that on yesterday's video. The 2026 strategy moving forward. It's a great place to correct things. Maybe you did some stuff wrong and you want to do stuff better, so on and so forth, right? It's completely up to you to take inventory of how you're trading, how you're investing, and how you're doing. If you're jumping signals, if you're selling too soon, if you're buying too soon, it's time to go to work. Okay, 2026 is going to be a big year. It's going to be a year of discipline and gains. I'm telling you right now, we are going to be so disciplined in 2026. It's going to be insane. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm excited. I'm excited for what's in store. Again, if you didn't watch that video, that's right over there in the trading course inside of YouTube, or inside of the Discord. What else we got? We got a couple more here. SMCI. This is one I've been eyeing as well. I do like the fact that the blue wave is now down below that line. So I think SMCI looks really good. I'm gonna add this one to our watch list as well. I really like SMCI. All we're looking for is that green weekly dot there. Okay, that is what we're looking for right there. Boom. Okay, this thing's been beaten up. It was up here at 60, and it's sold all the way up here to 30. So the only thing we got to do now is sit on our hands and wait for that weekly signal to pop. Oh, we got XRP. XRP, same thing. Okay, that dot faded away. This thing's just melting down. Once again, where does everybody want to buy XRP, guys? I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but where does everyone want to buy it? Everyone wants to buy it up here, okay, at 350, okay, when we're at the top. We do not want to buy when this weekly wave is up here. We want to buy when it's down here beaten up. So the only thing XRP is missing is a green dot. It did come up. It did show up here yesterday, but like I said before, a dot is not confirmed until the candle closes. So personally, I think XRP could fall all the way to 150. I think I like names a lot more than XRP, but you could see the last time this blue wave was below this white line was back here in July. So all you got to do on XRP right now is just wait for your signal. That's all you got to do. And again, I think 2026 is going to be huge for altcoins. I think there's going to be a big fat move. So we're going to leave off right here. We will continue with the rest of your guys' requests tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe and smash that like. Again, 300 likes on the video, and I'll do a 100 XRP giveaway down to somebody in the comment section below. So drop a like, drop a comment. We'll see you guys tomorrow for more chart requests. Drop them over here in the Discord if you got them. God bless you guys, and we'll see you soon.